We cut that close. I wonder if we'll get in trouble for not following protocol. Officers should be allowed to board trains during emergencies, so we don't have to worry about that. However, the problem remains, what do we do now? The plan was to convince Carla to return home, correct? Yeah, well, we can't ride on this train forever, you know. And we still gotta drop off those drugs at St. Ursula, ain't that right? That is true. We have not come this far to simply give up. Yeah, I know. The next stop is Altair, located at the western edge of Calvert. We should have about 30 minutes. Until then, let's keep trying to persuade her to come home. Roger, I'm no quitter. Alright, I hope our words can get through to her. So who am I looking for? Oh, I guess her. It's Carla. Hey, finally found her. Now we just have to persuade her to return home. The odds of her listening to reason still seem slim. Don't tell me Marcia missed the train. I guess I'm all alone now. Can I handle this? Long time no see, Carla. Ellie, what are you... what a coincidence running into you here. Are these your friends? Oh, are you planning to spend a day or two in the Republic? Well, Carla, how should I start this? We're on a trip to the Republic. Yes, exactly. I thought it'd be fun to see the Republic's National Orchestra with everyone. Really? Then we can accompany each other until we arrive at the Republic capital. I'm so thankful I ran into you, Ellie. Truth be told, I'm feeling a bit down. After all, I'm alone on this giant train and... Alright, it looks like we've lowered her guard. Why exactly are you here, Carla? Well, it's a long story. My father is always ordering me around, filling my life with rules and more rules. Once he doesn't even respect himself. And this morning was a perfect example of it. I will never forgive him for what he did. Which was... Whatever it was, it sounds bad. After breakfast, he walked into my room without knocking. Huh? That's it? Of course it's not just that. What if I was changing? More importantly, Father's the one always lecturing me about how I should always knock. And even though he throws a fit when I forget to do so. This morning he calmly strode into my room, commanding me to do this and that, and to attend a dinner party in the evening, and he pries into every single small detail of my private life. It's like he can't do anything but that. I can relate with how she feels, but this is nothing more than a misunderstanding between father and daughter. How should we handle this? Then your father's in the wrong. I can sympathize with you, Carla. You think so too? I knew leaving home was the right decision. Still, it's the first time I've ever left Crossbell. The only reason I decided to go through with this plan was because Marcia said she'd accompany me. I think I get the gist of this mess, but she still looks hesitant, right? She never had the strongest heart to begin with. Sure, she ran out of the house in a hurry, but I bet with every step she became more and more uneasy. Then she should almost be at her breaking point. I was wondering why I still hadn't seen Marcia. No, she must have betrayed me, didn't she? Unacceptable. I specifically ordered her not to tell anyone. Please, calm down, Carla. It's true that Marcia informed us of the situation, but that's only because she's worried sick about your safety. Despite what she says, she doesn't really want to leave Crossbell. Her words, not mine. Marcia, she really said that? I'm leaving Lady Carla in your hands. That was her farewell before we made our way to the station to find you. Well, I think it'd be best if you had another talk with your pops. Instead of running away, won't it feel better to say what you want to say to his face? You may be right. I had started to think there was no one at my side. But if Marcia is waiting for me, I don't mind returning home. Everyone, could you stay with me a bit longer and let me get everything out of my system? Besides, I need to start thinking about what I should say to Father. Sure, we can do that. We need to be near Altair. We should be near Altair, but we still have the ride back. If you want the company, we'd be glad to oblige. Speak for yourself. Lloyd and the others transferred in Altair for the return trip. Then 30 minutes later, we're back in Crossbell. Oh, my back. Sorry. Just an old man complaining here. We're finally back. Well, various factors delayed our return. Sorry for the trouble I've caused. I truly thank you for listening to what I had to say. Please don't worry about it. Who's to say we can't handle consultations? You can count on the SSS to lend an ear whenever you need it. Thank you. How dare you worry me at a time like this, you daft girl. Speak for yourself, Father. You couldn't even bother to find me yourself, so you sent the police in your stead. Excuse me, Lady Carla. My apologies. I was just so terribly worried. So you were in on it too, Marcia? Forgive me. I'm still mad at you, but thank you, Marcia. Will you return to my side? Of course, I'd be happy to. Oh, thank heavens. I think I've finally made up my mind. I have a request, Father. You must knock every time you wish to enter my room. Every time, okay? In addition, you may no longer intrude upon my private life. And if you refuse, I'll be hopping back on the train, and I won't look back. Fine. You have to stay home and behave yourself for a while first. So you are honoring my request, or are you refusing it? Well, I don't want to be worried or have another falling out. I'll accept your terms. So this is the power of the something or other section. For the time being, allow me to thank you for safely bringing my daughter home. However, not a word of this incident is to escape your lips to anyone. Am I understood? Yes, Your Majesty. Our lips are sealed, so you can rest easy. Fine then. We're leaving, Carla. You don't need to command me. Elite, everyone, until we meet again. I can't thank you all enough for all that you've done. Please feel free to drop by our house whenever you'd like. We'll welcome you with open arms. Because we can't animate bowing, they have to just say in the text box. I guess that settles that. Even though that took forever, I'm glad we helped them out. Judging by their conversation, I think they will work things out. What a relief. I hope you're right. I pray they'll be able to work out their differences. Anyway, Lloyd, we should get going now. There's still some requests we can finish up today. Yeah, good point. Shall we get to it, guys? Woo! That wiped me out. Look, there are even a couple of bracers here. Wait, didn't you just step off a train that came from the Republic? If you have to make one-day trips out of the state, you must be really busy. Well, we didn't have much choice considering the support request. While you're here, have there been any developments in the raid investigation? Well, actually, we found that not too long ago, some really dangerous stuff was smuggled into the state from Erebonia. How dangerous are we talking? Well, it was It was enough, it was some of those Rainford-made heavy machine guns used in the raid, so very. Ravache must have planned the raid well in advance. They were ready.
Figures that's how they got those guns.
But despite their careful planning, Heiwei still managed to drive them into a corner. Exactly. And that's what strikes me as odd. For a supposedly premeditated raid, their performance was rather lackluster. We need to keep that inconsistency in mind as we continue to investigate.
I've just come to say hi.
Estelle is staring intensely at the shelf filled with sneakers. Okay, just to be extra careful, I'm going to go ahead and change into my lucky sneakers. Decisions. The anniversary edition looks like it has good footing, but the limited edition soles are firmer. Ugh, I like them both too much to properly make a decision. It's looking like we might have to take immediate action on this whole mafia ordeal, so I'm doing a once-over of my equipment to be extra careful. Don't you guys think it's totally important to have a good pair of shoes on your feet? This might come as a real shocker, but I totally recommend trying out Strega's.
So is she a spokesperson for Strega or what? Oh, back from the guild already, Joshua? Yeah, they've dismissed us for the time being. We're under the impression that Heiwei won't retaliate for a while. For now, we've been put on standby within the city, given the unpredictable nature of the situation. This is one heck of a dispute between the two mafias. I hope we'll be able to prevent disaster from striking.
Alright.
It's good to know that Estelle still has her her Strega fetish.
And when I say fetish, I mean obsession.
My bad.
Alright, I believe our next support request is actually back here.
There's this little cabin.
Hello?
Mr. Quint, sorry to bother you. The police? That's right, sir. We're from the Special Support Section, coming about your request. Very well then. I want you to bring me 3 different kinds of flowers for an offering. Can you go on and fetch them now? We can start right away, sir. Good deal. I'll get straight to the point. Got pen and paper on you? I'll tell you which flowers you need to collect. Ready for the first one? Yes. Tio, mind writing it down?
Roger.
First, the leaves flower. You'll find them blooming near the police academy on West Crossbell Highway. Second, we have the requiem flower. I believe Tallis General Store on West Street sells them. Finally, there's the fennel flower. You know that watchtower near Crossbell's east exit? They're usually at the foot of it. They tend to bloom near similar flowers too, so be careful not to overlook them. Once you're done, I'd like you to bring them all to me.
Noted. May I ask why you specifically want these flowers? Yellow, blue, and white symbolize the repose of the soul here in Crossbell. Flowers of these colors are arranged into bouquets, which are traditionally offered during funerals.
Is that the language of flowers thing?
I believe this is slightly different from florography, Randy. It would not be a stretch to claim that these flowers resemble Crossbell State's color.
I think the tricolored bouquet was offered at Guy's funeral too. Sir? What's with the silent treatment? Well, it's just that I'm a bit disappointed that your generation is so unaware of these old traditions. But on the other hand, that ignorance should provide you with a bit of an extra challenge. Sorry about that. Sorry, old man. I ain't even from Crossbell to begin with. Fine then. You know what to do. Off you go. Understood. We're over at Tally's to talk with some people for a second. Welcome to Tally's General Store. Looking for anything in particular? Yes, actually, we're looking for some requiem flowers. I see. Did Mr. Quinn send you? That's right. Did he tell you that we'd be coming? No need to. He's about the only person who buys those flowers from us. He and a few other devoted individuals. Wait a minute, please. I'm sure we have some behind the counter somewhere. Ooh, I thought we were going to have to pay for him for a second there. I mean, the old man didn't exactly give us any mira. I don't know. He didn't strike me as the kind of person to pull something over on us like that. Perhaps, but it still would have been nice to have received a little more information about the request. I suppose that's true. He only told us the location of the flowers, nothing more, nothing less. Pardon me. Is something wrong? I'm so sorry, but it looks like we're out of stock of requiems. Seriously? That's just great. Again, I'm terribly sorry. Would you mind waiting for a bit? I'll ask the Bracer Guild if they could pick some up for me. The Bracers? I suppose they would be the ones to ask.
Lloyd, why don't we go pick the flowers ourselves?
Hell yeah. Why lose to the Bracers when we can do something about it?
I second that.
Sounds like we're all on the same page. Going ourselves would be much more efficient than waiting on them anyway. Excuse me, do you happen to know where requiem flowers grow? I see. You're planning to get them yourselves? Well, you should find them some blooming on the edge of Maine's mountain path. About halfway down the branching road that leads to those old ruins, if I recall. Thanks. We'll go ahead and try looking for them. Wonderful. And once more, I apologize for the inconvenience. Please make sure to give Mr. Quint my regards. We got the Levis flowers right by the gate, West Crossbell Highway. Oh, aren't these yellow ones the Levis flowers we've been looking for? Probably a real pain for regular folk to pick them because of the location, yeah?
It is right in front of the police academy. Considering how far apart these flower beds are scattered throughout Crossbell, it's fairly difficult to gather a three-color bouquet. And that's why most graves today are decorated with a single type of flower. Three-colored bouquets are usually saved for funeral services.
Huh, learn something new every day.
Traditions must face reality eventually.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Alright, next stop.
Alright, we're over on East Crossbell Highway because, it'd be easier to go from Maine's Mountain Path to where the old man is, considering his location. Alright, so apparently they're up these stairs. By some, rock? Oh, these white ones are fennel flowers, aren't they?
This location is fairly close to Crossbell City, so I'd imagine people frequently come by here to pick them.
Yeah, doubt any strong monsters are chilling out at a place like this.
Regardless, weaker monsters are still a threat to children and the elderly.
Yeah, you're right. Shall we get going? And the blue flowers. These blue flowers are requiems, right?
That took ages to find.
I know, right? Imagine how hard it would have blown if there weren't any here.
Now, you two. The flowers were here, so it was worth it, right?
Yeah, we got the job done, and that's what counts. Alright, let me go report it. Alright, old man, we got your flowers. We're back, Mr. Quint. Faster than I expected. Did you get the flowers? Yes, feel free to give them a look. These are the ones, all right. Your efforts are much appreciated, Special Sports Section. Just doing our job, sir. But man, we ran all over just to pick some flowers. Even tallies had run out. What are the odds of that happening?
Well, we still managed. Sir, may I ask you something?
Depends on the question.
It's not particularly common to gather these 3 specific flowers except for a funeral nowadays. What exactly did you need them for?
You're right that there's no funeral at the moment. Well, since you helped me pick them, come with me and we'll offer them together. You'll get your answer afterwards.
What is he talking about?
Beats me. I guess we'll see when we get there.
Here lies Siam McLean.
McLean?
Could this be Arios' wife?
On to the next one. This one's seen better days. Can't even make out whose name's on it.
Perhaps the gatekeeper knows.
Here's the last one.
Here lies Guy Bannings.
Is this who I think it is?
Lloyd's older brother.
The reason I asked you to gather those 3 flowers is pretty simple. I wanted to give them to Guy Bannings and to the families of those that were precious to him. It's only natural to want to show respect to one's closest friends, right?
Sir, did you know Guy Bannings?
That's right. That I could forget him even if I tried. Back when he was alive, he often came to visit me in my cabin. We'd share drinks and stories till the sun rose. I never had a family, you see, but I can't tell you how many times he saved this old man.
I had no idea. I am starting to understand the nature of this support request.
When it comes time for his funeral, I felt like I was torn to shreds. Your name was Lloyd, right? So you must be Guy's younger brother.
You know who I am?
I saw you at your brother's funeral. After seeing the SSS photo in the Crossbell Times 4 months ago, I finally remembered you. Your faces aren't anything alike, but I'm starting to see the resemblance.
Yeah, he was always the bulkier brother. I'll get there someday, maybe.
Lloyd. Actually, there's another reason why I submitted such an annoying job to the SSS. I needed to ascertain firsthand whether you 4, Guy's successors, had grown any.
And? Did we make the grade?
Well, you finished the job, so that's something. However, you're still rough around the edges.
Damn, tell us how you really feel.
Oh, despite all that, I think the special sports section has a bright future ahead of it. You'll catch up to Guy someday. You may even be able to overtake him. And when that happens, come back here and pay me a visit. We'll share some drinks, the same as I did with Guy.
Alright, I'm looking forward to it.
Your older brother lives on through a lot of people, doesn't he?
I agree.
Through me as well.
Catching up to a guy that talented ain't the easiest thing in the world. It's going to take quite a while, I bet. Honestly, that goal might end up being a bigger barrier than taking down the Mafia on Crossbell or Crossbell's corruption, you know?
Yeah, you said it. And yet I will surpass him someday. I have to. Looks like I've talked your ears off. Time to head back inside. Thanks to you, I was able to give my friend a worthwhile visit. I can't thank you enough for that. If something ever comes up, I'll make sure to contact you again.
We'll be waiting. Goodbye, sir.
Can we ask him about that one grave?
Whose grave is that?
Alright, so I'm back at the special reports support section to report on my request, because there's an important reason I do this now. Strega P accessory. We're now third class. Right. What is this? Strega. Huh? Doo-ba-doo-ba-doo. Huh. I thought it said... Okay. I thought it said it was an accessory. These are definitely shoes. We're at 272. That boots up 20 points. Sure. You might have to lose some. Alright, so yeah, the reason, so there's a hidden quest, but it's locked behind your DP total, your detective points, so we gotta go to the back alley. Okay, so, Imelda is using a communication device installed beneath the counter. So, over here at Imelda's, there's apparently a request that's hidden that you need at least 288 detective points to do. So definitely make sure you have enough. There are guides out there that help you maximize the DP that you get throughout the game, so it doesn't hurt to look at that.
What? Don't you joke with me, you old fool. I've had a buyer lined up for ages. It's ready, isn't it? Send it here immediately. Do I make myself clear? Damn it, he hung up on me. Good morning, Imelda.
Is something wrong?
Ah, it's just you four. Well, I'll just say that this crazy old man I know has started to go senile. That's it. The goddess must have had mercy on me. Yes, this is too perfect a chance.
What are you talking about? Not sure, but I have a bad feeling about it.
Feeling? More like a certainty. Are you free now by chance? You are? Splendid.
No, wait, we actually have somewhere to be.
Oh, I'm sure you do. I bet it's not for anything urgent, After all, you had the time to stop by here.
Okay, you got me.
Do you have a job for us, Imelda? Smart girl. Not that I would expect anything less from old MacDowell's granddaughter.
E-I-E-I-O.
I do, in fact, have something for you to do. Will compensation be necessary?
No, you don't have to pay us. Okay, go ahead and tell us what's wrong.
Very well, then. All I need you to do is pick up a doll and deliver it to me.
A doll?
By that, do you mean... I do. One from Rosenburg Studio, which you'll find on the outskirts of the Northern Mountain Path. Naturally, it's no fake like that one at the Schwarz auction. It's a genuine Rosenburg doll, and it's in mint condition.
Whoa, back it up. Don't those things go for tens of thousands of Mira?
A single Rosenburg doll is worth the average annual income of one Crossbell. Yes, well, I'm contracted as the studio's sales agent. The only problem is that the Meister is an old fool who hates human interaction. I went to great lengths to find a buyer for his latest doll, and he has the nerve to start complaining now?
Sorry, Imelda. I don't think that's a problem we can do anything about.
We should be able to bring you this doll you keep mentioning, but I'm curious. Why is the Meister suddenly against selling it? Ah, well, the buyer is slightly problematic. Truth be told, he's an infamous broker that always resells rare works of art at exorbitantly high prices. I can only assume that the old coot is put off by that. As the artist, I can hardly blame him.
I don't know, guys. Aren't we busy enough already?
Excuse me, youngsters these days are so extremely lazy. Come now, I'm paying for your help. I have no doubt you can change that man's callous heart and safely retrieve the doll.
Right. Rosenburg Studio. The name just causes me to worry about Ren. Kia, too. We can't promise that we'll get the job done since we have other things to take care of, but if you're okay with that, we'll accept.
Oh, how wonderful. Don't let me down, dearies.
Oh boy. I have read that this is a very difficult request indeed. Alright, here we are, Rosenburg Studio, and also the next segment of my audio file messed up, so this is being recorded way later in the future. No sign of anyone.
How odd. It sounded like Imelda was in contact with someone here. Ren said, Ren was staying here too, right? Albeit faint, I detect a presence coming from within the building. As to whether it is human or not, I am not sure, but it is definitely there.
You really can't tell what it is, Tio? Hey, Lloyd. What if Estelle and Joshua told us about that society is legit, then... Yeah, I'm thinking the same thing. This doll studio must be connected to it, in some way or another. Bingo.
I suppose that is a possibility. Honestly, I didn't take them seriously at first, given the absurdity of the story, but how dare you? Considering everything that happened with Ren, there is no choice but to accept it as the truth.
So, what's going on here? You're that young police squad Ren was telling me about, Who's there?
Where's the voice coming from?
You were sent here by Imelda, I presume. You're out of luck, though. My works aren't meant mere second-rate antiques to be handled and pawned off by a broker like her. Leave at once.
Sir, please.
Well, when you put it like that, what's a guy supposed to do?
Consider me speechless.
Still, I suppose you did make a long trek to get here. Turning you away at the door would no doubt be unsatisfactory. Besides, I owe you a debt for all you did for Ren, so I'll give you one chance.
A chance?
What do you mean? What I mean is that I'd like to test the extent of your strength. The gate is unlocked. If you so wish, open it and enter. However, are you prepared?
Should we go inside?
From what he said, something's bound to happen when we open that gate. Don't tell me he went and set a bunch of booby traps for us.
Perhaps it's something even nastier.
Get ready for a hard fight. Let's go.
Everyone. And it's the angel monsters from Trails in the Sky the Third. And those wheel things are also from there. Are those angels?
For real, old man? This is your freaking test? Brace yourselves. They're charging.
This is going to be one hell of a fight. Have all your party members spread out. And for good measure, have Tio have, or have someone have a couple of, what are they called? Oh my god, I can't remember the name of the item. Proxy puppets. They can do lightning flash, so if you have all your party members together,
They will take some damage. Let's get rid of them. Rising Sun. Alright, now for the other two. That's still... Some things are going to trip me up, okay? Just attack. Actually, what am I doing? Oops. Alright, Tio, analyze, go. Level 32, Angel Doll. Valkyrie from Heaven. Supports and attacks mechanical sound. Supports and attacks. Mechanical sounds can be heard from within. But yeah, they're basically replicas of, like, the monsters. Oh great, Spark Dine. Move back to position. You missed. You didn't. Alright, let's see. They are neutral to all elements. Let's go ahead and use a battle scope on one of these guys. These guys are only weak to Earth. Till Dawn Doll. Guardian of Heaven and Educator of Sins. Mechanical sounds can be heard from within. Alright, let's go, Lloyd. Burning Heart. Attack. Let's go, Randy. Warcry. Ellie. Let's see. I can only get like... Stone Spike. Nah, barely did anything. It's fine, Ellie. So yeah, the reason you might want some proxy puppets is because the guys up there, they have a move where they can just flat out blow up, and there's nothing you can do about it. You're basically on a time limit, and their time limit sometimes just being their health. Here we go. Heaven's Orders. Alright, Randy. Let's see. Yeah, they're resistant, like I thought. Power Smash. Ooh, goody. Rising Sun, let's go! Chomp. And there they go. Alright, let's go ahead and start using some arts on them. Time to die. Ow. Here's some more Earth. 'Cause I know you just love it. Let's see. Let me see what I got. Yep, immune to everything. What? I'm going to test some stuff. I know I'm going to die, but why not? Alright, let's heal. Not crust. Speak lies. Oh yeah, they can inflict status effects too. Here you go, Tio. Stat downs. Oh yes. Oh no, this reflects art. Probably not gonna help with what I'm thinking of. Yeah, let's just keep trying to kill them. $284. Randy! Got crust again. There we go, halfway there. Oh, they're trying to heal. Okay, let's try it. This is probably not gonna work. Yeah, no, that didn't work at all. Don't know why I even bothered. Curiosity? Alright, get back up, Lloyd. Spark dying again. Barely does anything. Oh. One of them was being targeted, though. Get back up. Alright, so definitely don't use physical. Oh, there we go. It has begun. Alright, let us see if this will work. See, if I do that... Well, Randy's not gonna get hit by it. If I do this... Is it possible that we can survive just by boosting our defense? Here you go. Yeah, don't bother trying to nullify these attacks, like impede. It just flat out doesn't work. Alright, we've raised our defenses. Let's see if it does anything. Nope. Way too much damage. But thank you, Proxy Puppet. And Proxy Puppet again. I just cheaped out this battle. Because screw you, game. Those weren't your normal monsters.
Are those springs and gears? Dolls, I presume.
Dolls? What kind of dolls have you been playing with? It looks like you four aren't entirely useless then. Sir? George Rosenburg. Wipe away the shock. I'm George, owner of the Rosenburg Studio. You four are the youngsters of the special sports section, I presume.
Yes, sir. You mentioned that Ren told you about us, didn't you?
Indeed. And even if that girl hadn't told me, word of you folks would have eventually made it to the ears of a recluse like me. Your performance wasn't anything too great, but a promise is a promise. Take this.
New doll's trunk. Thank you, sir. I was not expecting you to hand it over this quickly, considering your objection earlier.
Every doll has its own destiny. This particular doll's destiny involves meeting a group of individuals tasked with handing it over to a boorish broker. It's the same with people. Each and every one of our destinies rests in the hands of the goddess.
Wise words. Things do make a bit more sense when you phrase it like that. Wait just a second. What were those angels just now? And does that mean that Ren really is a part of that society?
Detective Bannings, do you really have the time to be worrying about things like that?
Huh?
I am a humble doll maker, nothing more, nothing less. You are attempting to confront the many illnesses plaguing this land. However, you will find it impossible to find a cure for all of them. And despite all that, I hear that you intend to gaze into the bottomless abyss.
I know that.
The same goes for Ren. Her destiny is not entwined with yours. Before you worry yourselves about Ren, isn't there something else? Isn't there someone else who should be taking priority?
Oh, you mean Kia, right? Lloyd found her in a suitcase that was meant to contain one of your dolls, but it appears you already know that, sir.
You know something about Keto? Now's the time to spill the beans. Did you forget what I just told you? Every doll has its own destiny. Perhaps I made a doll with an unfortunate destiny, one which led to it foregoing its life as a doll and instead becoming human.
Come again?
What are you even trying to say? To be clear, no dolls of that particular nature have been crafted by these hands, as far as I'm aware. The entire incident was likely someone appropriating the Rosenburg name.
That was in bad taste, sir. So you really don't know anything about Kia?
At the very least, I am not aware of how she became involved in that auction. I assume neither is Ren.
There goes my second question. Damn, and here I was hoping that you'd have some kind of clue for us. That reminds me, is Ren inside?
No, she just left actually. She's quite the fickle child. If you came to see her, I'd recommend you give up now.
Wait.
I have no more to say to you for. Go on, take that doll to Imelda. And tell her to deposit the mirror in the usual account.
Well, that was fruitful. Alright.
The Society of Ouroboros, huh? Don't know if that old man is part of it, but one thing's for sure. Those guys are anything but normal.
I am curious about those dolls. Even the Epstein Foundation is incapable of creating things of that nature. And liberal ZCF has only just begun their research into them. The Rosenburg Studio is becoming more and more mysterious with every visit. This might be too much for us to handle at this point.
I think you might be right there. Well, we still have a job to do. Let's take this doll back to the antique shop. I'm sure Imelda is waiting for us. Sounds good. Alright, to Imelda's. Alright, back at Imelda's.
Is that trunk what I think it is?
That's right. George agreed to leave it with us.
Would you like to confirm its contents? Looks like a little wren. Sweet Idios, it really is that nut's new doll. I cannot fathom how you convinced him, but bravo.
I'm not sure if we convinced him or if he was just impressed by our raw stubbornness.
Either way, it is a marvelous doll, isn't it? I've seen some before at a friend's place, but each one is truly a masterpiece. The craftsmanship takes one's breath away.
I am inclined to agree. They're remarkable. I was expecting it to be about the same size as Kia, though.
The Schwartz auction mystery child, huh? There are Rosenburg dolls that are about her height, yes. George seldom makes them, though, so you never see them on the market. That's also why they're said to fetch such outrageous prices at the auction. Perhaps older dolls were more her size. For example, I remember Belle's being a similar height.
Oh, really? I have a question, Imelda. Are you aware of the other dolls Rosenburg Studio has made?
Other dolls? Whatever do you mean?
How about giant dolls that can move on their own? Ring any bells? Specifically ones that looks like an angel and another with a big face?
Oh? Are you perhaps talking about the automata? If anything, I'd say he specializes in them. Their movements seem to be even more elaborate now that George is developing them. You know about them? And you didn't? Even Arc-en-Ciel uses them on stage from time to time. I believe there's the soldier with the spear in their latest production was an automaton.
What? But it was using the spear and everything.
I never would have guessed, not in a million years. Well, surprise. The troops sent an entire order for complex stage props too. The lighting apparatus, the water controls, the wire flying system. It was a lot. The public doesn't seem to have caught on to these tricks, though.
Well, my mind's blown.
I will admit that I thought the stage was incorporating impressive tech. But does that mean that those angels and monsters function similarly? Who's to say? I just know that old Coot's obstinate, is full of mysteries and hates people, but if he puts out a new product every so often and lets me dip in on the profit, I don't have any complaints. Again, thank you. If I need any helping hands, I'll give you a call.
You're welcome, ma'am.
Well then, if you'll excuse us.
And we finished. Alright, let's turn in that request real quick. I don't know if future me does that or not. If this happens twice, that is because I've forgotten. Here we go. Alright, so now off to St. Ursula. Okay, so now we're at St. Ursula. Here's a cutscene. Well, let's see if Dr. Gunther has some time to meet with us.
Yes, we should probably ask the receptionist about that.
I just hope he didn't play hooky and to go fishing again.
I would not even be surprised if that were the case.
And we will find out next time on Trails from Zero. We'll be going to talk to Gunther about these mysterious blue pills. And the next time you'll see me fixing my audio issues, it'll be way later. So, see you guys then.